Hey guys, we're back. Okay, so I don't know what the heck happened with that whole blueprint thing, but be that as it may, um, I went back to my last autosave, and I took a blueprint string and brought that forward. That's the only thing I did. I didn't change anything else. I didn't what have you. So I don't think that that's gonna be that much of an issue. I think it dropped off some stone or something. But generally speaking, all I did was go ahead and just recopy that blueprint string. Um, I don't know whether that was a glitch, something on my part, what have you, but I'm not going to go all the way back to the planet, make another blueprint, bring it back just to get a blueprint. We did a string. There it is. It's there. So, I think if you look at the map, I think I'm pretty centered up in that area that we cleared for the most part. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and drop this blueprint and see what we got from there. All right, well, we will see. Oops, cannot build here. Bullshit. All right, so there we go. Let's take a look at the map. Of course, it's only going to show the part of it that we're, able to be under. Let's go ahead and reveal the rest of the blueprint on the map so that we can see it. So far it's looking like we didn't overlap anything, whatnot. Alright, that's got the whole thing. Let's take a look, see. Missed the water here, missed the water here. None of the cliffs, doesn't look like any resources underneath. Good to go. Alright, cool. So there that is. So now let's go ahead and look at, I know I was going to do this off camera, but we're kind of here. So let's look at what we're going to get rid of. So the first thing we're going to do, we're not going to need lasers. So let's follow this. That goes to there. Splitter. And that just goes down to the other side. So this is to here, this is to here, this is to here, to here. All right, so if we get rid of this line right here, right? I'm trying not to move too fast so that I end up eliminating something I shouldn't. And then this line here to here to here. To here. Because we don't need lasers, so there's no sense wasting the resources on making lasers if we do not need them. Right? Yeah, that's back at our old place. Alright, so there's that. Now this is our goes outa. So we can get rid of our goes outa because it just goes into these chests. Alright, so So now where's this coming from? This is coming from half here, and that goes up, and I think that feeds our bus. So we don't want to get rid of where it feeds our bus. We just want to get rid of where it's feeding the lasers. So that comes up, splits and goes that way. We can get rid of that. Alright, so we can get rid of this. This was the motor, electric motors that came down for the lasers. And that was half a belt of electric motors, half a belt of batteries. And then this went to there, right? So now we can get rid of the lasers. Alright, so lasers are gone, right? So now we can get rid of blue science, right? And blue science. This is the Gazeta for blue science. What? Oh, okay. So that's that side of the Gazeta for blue science. Because we were doing it on two sides. Alright, so there's the blue science. That went over to our lab. Alright, so this is the other side of the Gazeta. There's the Gazeta for blue science. So let's look at our Gazeta for blue science. What did we have coming in? We had something coming in here, but there's other stuff coming in off of it to other places, going up to there. So we want to follow this and see if this just dead. So that dead ends there. But then it goes down and goes that way. So we can't get rid of this line because it goes down that way. We can get rid of it here though. And here. And we can go back and replace these. If we waste a little bit in the interim, I'm okay with wasting a little bit. I just don't want to produce a crap ton of stuff that we don't need. Right? Alright, so this is coming down strictly for that. That's coming down strictly for that. And that's coming down strictly for that. And if we screw something up and we disconnect something, we'll notice pretty quickly that it's not producing. So we'll be able to hook back up whatever we screw up. And these splitters, we'll be able to replace them with straight belts when the time comes. Alright, there's that. Now, oh shit. Yup, see? That's gonna cause us problems because that was making motors. Shit. That was also making motors. Shit. Oh, okay, well, that's life. We'll have to redo the motors part of that. We'll have to look back at that. Mainly we're trying to get rid of this. What is this coming from? And that was just to feed the blue science. Right, because that was going up there, that was going to there. Yeah, because that's where that split to go to the other one. So we can take it to there because then that goes over to that stuff. This is coming from, yeah, so that's the motors. That's what we screwed up, was the motor portion of this. We'll fix that. We'll just have to rebuild what the motor part that was being made. This is not going to be perfect. You know, we're kind of screwing with our setup here. So, but it is a starting point. You know what I mean? And then we can fill in the blanks where we need to. So that was that science. What else we got down here that we need to get rid of? Purple Science. So Purple Science was the furnaces here. We don't want to completely get rid of the furnace production. So I think we're just going to terminate the furnace production right there and let them stack them into boxes. Because we still want some of that furnace production for our others, for us to be able to base build. Alright. That was sticks. Purple Science needed sticks. Does Purple Science need sticks? Railroad. Alright. Oh, yeah, railroad. So if we do this, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to eliminate that because we're still going to want railroad up here. But we don't need it to go all the way over to Purple Science. We'll just put it in a chest. And then what was this that was coming in? That was these guys. This is where the Purple Science goes out. Purple Science going. Right? Right. Okay. Now, we don't really need to be making these, but we'll make them and we'll just put them in a chest. Alright, so that is all of that. We'll fix that. The battery production we still need. All of this stuff we still need. We're gonna leave this here for now. We don't have water, so we can't really make it. I mean, we got a little bit of water, so you know. We're not gonna need this probably, but matter of fact, I'm pretty certain we're not going to need it. I think what we're going to do for now, until we decide whether we need that or not, this is going to be the easiest way to turn that off. If it can't get barrels, it can't put it in barrels. Right? Right. But we still want barrels to come down because we need them for other processes. Processes. Whatever. Alright. Let's look up here. This isn't going to do much because we ain't got trees. So we don't care. This all stuff we need. This is all stuff we need. This is all basic components. It's all basic starting out stuff. Alright. This is all basic starting out. Oh, we don't need these. This is turrets, and we don't need turrets. Right? So we don't need pretty much any of this. And in fact, on our home base on Navis, we can get rid of that too, because that's just a waste of resources. Not that it's making any more, the chest is full, it can't do anything else. What was here? Oh, this was coal. So we don't have coal coming in, so we can get rid of these because we don't have coal. Also, that's going out somewhere. That was probably going out to the stuff down here. You know what I mean, right? It was probably going down to the refinery. That's okay. We just won't be getting coal. We don't need grenades, right? Grenades are for we need them for cliff explosives, though, don't we? We may keep some grenade production because we need them for cliff explosives, but we don't need nearly so much. We most assuredly do not need ammo production here. So if we get rid of that, right? And then this is also for the ammo production. Because the only other thing we need ammo production for would be science. And we're not doing science here. What did we just get? I don't know. We'll have to go look. But I know we don't need that. Now that is wall production, and again, something we do not need. And also something that clearly we can eliminate from the bus on Navis after science production. We don't need it. So why we're making it, I don't know. But we're making it. So that's kind of stupid. This stuff that we're eliminating, I knew we were going to eliminate some of this stuff, so I knew that we would not need some of the assemblers and some of the smelters and stuff because of that. So those items I knew would be excess for when the time came. You know, so if we went up here and we lost some of our stuff, got blowed up, it wouldn't matter because we wouldn't need it anyway. Alright, so there's that. Now yellow science. What does yellow science take? Alright, we're just going to get rid of the yellow science. We don't want to get rid of any of those items though. So if we just knock out yellow science, but not, where was it putting it though? I was putting it there to go back up? I don't know. We'll find where the belt is empty when we get to that point. Because we still want the blue circuits, we still want the robot frames and stuff like that. So we don't want to get rid of producing them because we still want those things. Well, this was coal. This is coming all the way over here. Oh, it's coming to life support. Okay, that's why the coal's coming all the way over there. Well, that makes sense. We need that. Okay, so I think we have gotten rid of the majority of the craptastic stuff that we don't need. Right? Right. I think so. I mean, we're going to have some holes in the system that we're going to have to patch and we're going to have to fix. And we know that. But this will get us started on that. Now, other thing we need, and we got our book here with us, is we need this part of our blueprint that we weren't sure where it was going to go. And it would normally fit right there. Now the question is that where we want to put it? And I think we probably still want to put it there. I think that's just a nice fine place for it. I think that will work. So we'll tell that to do that. Now, we know we eliminated that because that went to the lasers, and that didn't matter. But that's a good enough place for our plant to go, our refinery to go. Because regardless of where our oil is, it's going to be piped in anyway. Right? Right. Okay. Good enough for that. Now, the next thing we're going to want, that's vulcanite. We don't want that right now. Iron ore. And the vulcanite and the copper look really similar on this map. That's vulcanite, that's copper. Can you tell the difference? Because it's really hard, especially for somebody like me with shitty eyes. So there's copper, there's vulcanite, vulcanite, homalite, iron, vulcanite, iron. There's not a lot of copper. There is copper, but it's not nearly the amounts of it that there is other stuff. But I think we're gonna put our smelting, right in this area anyway. So let us go up here, get ourselves some more cliff explosives. Which are somewhere. Oh, they're in this one. I see it. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to get rid of these cliffs. Oh, we're going to pick this up. Any freebies are freebies. Might as well take the freebies, right? Definitely my thought process. If somebody's giving you a freebie, take it. Giggity. All right. Now we want to go to smelting. And this was our smelting from down there. I don't think we're gonna snag the whole thing. I think we're going to do it in pieces. So that is our copper and our iron smelting. That is our steel smelting. So we want our steel smelting. We want our copper and iron smelting. Right? Right. Okay, now we don't want to inadvertently put it on top of any of our very limited resources. So let us once again get rid of nature. And once we have it figured out what we want where, then we can turn our bots back on and build the stuff. But for right now, we just want to determine where we're going to put it. And I know there are not huge deposits of copper, but there are deposits of copper around. There's one there and what have you. So we may have to bring them in from far away. There's one there, but we can bring them in. And I think there should also be some coal. I do believe there's going to be some coal. Isn't there coal? Yeah, there's a tiny bit of coal. There's not much, which is another reason we don't want to run a coal steam plant for very long. We're gonna definitely want solar in abundance. But we can at least get things up and running. And since we are not having to power lasers, that's going to be kind of nice. It is definitely going to be helpful. The other thing we will be putting in is we will be putting in a core miner. Now we might end up putting in a nuke plant. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't want to use up a lot of our water that is going to be here. We'll see. Remains to be seen. We're still just kind of getting established here. It's been about a half hour. We're okay. The whole goal at this point is to just kind of get us set up and get us figured out. And then we can kind of worry about the rest of it after that. Get down here and dump this load of stone off. And again, I'm not turning it into landfill because we may need stone. I don't see a lot of stone deposits either. Alright, let's go down here and oops, we don't want to do that. We need those. Alright, come on, guys. Now, I'm not going to connect this smelting to the factory yet because I want to make sure I get the lines connected in the right spots. You know, on which one's the right belt, or right bus. This one I know is the stone. And I think it's copper, iron, steel, but I'm not sure. So I don't want to mix it up. And I mean, once we get this going, we're probably going to want to end up revamping this entire factory. But we want it producing materials here on the planet first. After that, we can worry about... now let's see something. Do we see any coal? Well, there's some coal there, a whole 8K. There's some coal there, 200K. So we don't have a whole lot, but we got a little. There's some more coal there. Some more coal there. But we don't want to waste our coal because we're going to need it for producing plastic. Right? And we don't want to have to take a rocket ship to bring in coal in order to make freaking plastic. So we're not going to want to make a lot of red circuits and shit here, but we shouldn't have to. Mostly this is going to be a mining outpost. So we're not going to turn a lot of this stuff on anyway. In fact, probably everything past about this point is not going to get used. We've got it here, we'll see, but we're not going to build it all at once. We're just going to get it situated so that we've got what we need to work with, and then we can decide from there if we're going to use it or not, if that makes sense. All right, so if we do basically what it comes down to is I'm trying to not completely reinvent the wheel when it comes to the base. But the reality is there's a lot of crap in our original factory that we just don't need. All we're really wanting to do is to be able to ship off the 2 minerals that we can get here that we can't get anyplace else. But in order to do that, we're going to have to be able to send rockets out. Now, that may mean making rocket parts someplace else and bringing them here. But if we can make them here, even if it's a little at a time, it might be the better way to go. I don't know. But we're going to have to figure out with time. The banging you hear in the background is the itchy dog. All right. That should give us enough room. Come on, guys. Oops, wrong one. All right. So, Let's do stone. Copper. Pick up the really slow bot. Fix the hole we put in our system here. So that's stone, copper, iron, steel. Right? Right. And one of the other things we may end up doing at some point is we may put in a solar power space station and start beaming freaking power in rather than even making it here. We'll see. All right. So that gives us our smelting. That gives us our factory. That gives us our refinery. Now we need power, right? That's the only other thing we need is power. So let's think about what we want to do as far as power. And then at that point, we can go ahead and build our put down some of our stuff, put down our rocket, and make sure that we have enough ability to go home. All right. So, where do we wanna? I guess it doesn't really matter as long as there's freaking space, right? So what if we put it down here and we just make a great big solar field down here? I just realized something, and I hope it's not doing what I think it's doing. Yeah, I just realized I may have screwed my audio up on these last two. We'll see, because I just realized that I've got my audio out going to my speakers as opposed to my headset, which means you guys may be hearing it echoing in the background. I don't know. We'll see. I will fix that in the next one. I've been watching some videos, so okay. Nothing to be done for it at this point, except live with it. So, let's grab all of our solar panels, and let's grab our accumulators and our substations. All right. So let us finger this out here. Right. But then we can't put there and there. Right? Because it won't fit in there. But these will. Right? And we can do that. And then that can be our turn this off. Pick that up. No, we want that one. All right. So we want to do it down here though, because we want to have this space for whatever we need. All right, so let's go down here below. Yeah, pick those up. And we'll go down here and right about there. We'll establish the beginnings of our power system. And then at that point, I think, is when we're going to call it a video. And we're screwing the pooch because we don't have nature turned on. And we want to have nature turned on because we don't want to inadvertently get rid of things we don't want to get rid of. Now, interesting side note, what made me realize that I was stupid and have my speakers on was cliff explosives. Because my dog, for whatever reason, she's a rescue. She does not do too well with loud banging noises. And I live in the country. Everybody around here has guns and they have a little bit of property and everybody likes to shoot on the weekends. So I hear a lot of gunfire around here and stuff, and she doesn't do well with it. And I don't have an issue with it. I mean, obviously I was in the army, but she doesn't take well to it. So when I was doing the cliff explosives here just a few ago, she started doing some of her nervous tick behavior where she gets up and paces and things like that. And that's how I realized that, oh shit, I had my speakers on. Even though I'm sitting here with my headphones on, there ain't a damn thing coming out of them. It's coming out of my speakers. To just give you an idea of just how much of a complete and total idiot I am. We don't want to get trapped in there, and we can't walk over top of them. We can jetpack if we had jet fuel, which we are, rocket fuel. We don't have rocket fuel. We're not carrying it, so we want to be careful. We don't want to get trapped. So let's let these guys do their thing first. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the video I just did, just to see how echoey it ended up being. I apologize. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and refilm those episodes. I mean, they've already. They've already been recorded. I'm not gonna cheat and fix my fuck ups. Just not gonna do it. Not the right thing to do. Alright, so that's good enough for now. I mean, that should give us, 37 megawatts max, what have you. That'll get us started. We'll be able to tie that in and produce our rocket back home that, we need to start with. And we'll be able to put our landing pad down and figure out our mistakes, guys. So there it is. We are on the ground, guys, and we'll go from there. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.